Hey guys, Mike from B-Tech Reviews here, and today is an update on the 2019 Hyundai Veloster, and I actually purchased this in the fall of 2018 actually, so right when the car was being released. This is the second gen Hyundai Veloster. I'm going on 2 years with the vehicle already. I bought it at the end of October of 2018, so it's already 2020, and I've accumulated a little over 20,000 miles on this car, so about 10,000 miles per year. Now you guys, if you follow me, you know that I purchased the 2002 Toyota 4Runner last year, so that's mainly the reason why this car doesn't have a lot of mileage on it. But for the most part, this car has been pretty good to me. I'm actually here at the car wash right now, so I'm going to wash it, and I'll just talk a little more about it and let you guys know what how the car has been doing, what my favorite things about the car, etc. So let's get this baby washed first of all, and we'll get it going. All right, so first of all, this thing is a mess here. Let's use that wider shot here. As you can see here, it's dirty, and I came to one of those do-it-yourself car washes. I'm not a fan of going through those drive-through car washes. So again, for the most part, I've had no issues. I think the only major issue I had maybe a while back was one of the rear tires. I think I ran over something, and I hope that's not anything. And I ran over something, and I ended up having to fix the air puncture in the tire. So let's go ahead and wash this. I'm gonna put some quarters in here actually. Let's put some quarters in here, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do a high pressure soap first, and then we'll do a rinse on it. Maybe I'll put some stuff on the tires also, about $1.50. All right, let's get this going. And I love this car. I love washing this car because it's so small and it's so easy to wash. So let's wash it, and then we'll get it going. All right, so much better. She's finally clean and washed. I wanted to check to see if there was any damage here, because the other day someone had pushed this in. That's why. So usually that happens when someone parks close to you and they open the door or something like that. So she's nice and clean, and let me go ahead and get back inside and turn this thing on. Again, I only put about $1.50 in here, so oh, I just smacked my phone. Good thing it has a case. Okay, so let's get this baby turned back on here. So we'll show you guys the mileage, and I'm recording on my iPhone 11, so excuse this. But as you can see here, I do have about 20,500 miles on that. Whoa, let me turn that off before I get copyrighted over here. Yeah, so I mean, for the most part, this car's been pretty good to me. Whoa, hello. It's been pretty good to me, and for one thing I've really enjoyed are the safety features in this car. So safety features include lane keep assist over here and blind spot monitoring. Those have been helping me out big time when I'm on the highway. I love the ease of access on the steering wheel itself. Hold on, let me get a more wide shot there. So it's easy. A lot of access that I can do from the car is right on the steering wheel over here. You can see that I have a face mask here. It does have a Qi charger here, which I haven't been using as much as I should be. So that's one thing that I've been trying to use a little more, because it's here to charge my phone. So I have an iPhone 11. It does have a drive mode, which again, I can, if I press the button here, see if I can get that going. Let me see if I can get a closer shot there. So you have normal, right, on the drive mode, and then you have sport. Let's see if I can zoom in there. Can I zoom in while recording? I don't even know now. There we go. You have sport, and then you have smart, which smart kind of caters to your driving style. So, if you're driving in city and you're just driving slow, it'll help save gas. And if you're driving on the highway and you're driving a little more aggressively, it'll recognize that, and it'll change into a different mode here. So for the most part, I get about 28.5 miles a gallon on this thing, and I usually fill up once a week. It usually costs me about $20 to fill up on this car, so it's really not that bad as far as gas economically. Like, I drive about 40 miles to work going and coming a day, so it really hasn't been an issue for me as far as that goes. My only kind of gripe about this vehicle is the size. You know, it's a lot smaller than my last car. If you guys follow me, you'll know that I drive before this I drove a small little Hyundai Accent, which, you know, it was about the same as far as engine wise. You know, had a little 4-cylinder engine. Didn't have this, which is, you know, the touchscreen. So this thing does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I don't use it as much as I thought I would be using it. Obviously, you have to have a connection to your car on that. So I would have to connect it, you know, via USB down here. And you know, it does have these little things like the auxiliary ports and the 12-volt charger and everything like that, which is nice and dandy, right? But I just don't find it convenient for me to having to connect it all the time if I wanted to have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay connected, which isn't a bad thing. You know, I just find it like, it's, to me, like I'll have that, I'll be using that when I'm driving on a trip or something like that. But for the most part, it's been okay. You know what I mean? Hold on. Okay, going back here, sorry, I want a face shot over here. I guess one of my favorite things about this car is that it drives really smoothly, you know what I mean? I have no issues driving this car to work and back. It's a nice little commuter car. It looks sporty. It's not fast at all, of course, but at the same time, you know, they have other versions of this car. So this is the 2.0 premium version, which, you know, has the bigger touch display. I'm putting my seatbelt on because I'm going to get back on the road here because I'm heading to my office to work on a video or two. But for the most part, you know, it's a good commuter. I've never had issues with it on the highway. You know, I'll put it in sport mode on the highway so that it has a little more torque and passing speed, you know what I mean? If I want to save a little more gas, you know, when I'm driving home at nighttime, if it's late at night and I'm not trying to fight traffic, I will put it back in smart mode or normal mode to save a little more gas. It's comfortable. The seats are pretty nice and cozy. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the seats here. Sorry, I have my camera gear there. These, you know, they hug you, but on a road trip, they're not very comfortable. So I've driven this car like to San Antonio, which is about a 3.5-hour drive from where I live, and it's not very comfortable. After a while, my back started hurting, and my butt started hurting, surprisingly. They're firm. But it's not something I would take like on a long road trip. But again, this would be a nice in-city commuter for someone just going to work. It's definitely not a car right now that I would that I'm thinking about keeping, though. You know, for the most part, I'm a really big advocate of the Hyundai brand, though. Like, I've had 2 Hyundai cars already. My mom has had 3 Hyundai cars, and they, you know, they've all been pretty good. Like, we've never had any engine issues or anything like that with these vehicles. There's been a recall on this one for the door. I haven't gotten it fixed. I just have been too lazy to go to the dealership to get that worked on. You know, they've gotten a lot better. You know, a lot of the interior is hard plastic, as you can hear that. You know, it's not anything fancy. But at the end of the day, you know, these cars give you a lot. The cars give you a lot for what you're spending on them. And like, I believe this car was a little over 20,000 when I bought it. I think it was like 21 or 22,000. It was around 22 after taxes. Unfortunately, I had negative equity on my last vehicle, so I'm still actually barely getting to that point where I'm paying off the negative equity. But I'm getting there. You know, if I decide to trade this in, which probably won't be for another year or two, if, you know, the money's there and, you know, the price is right, you know what I mean? I'll definitely decide what I want to get. I know I'm probably going to go the Toyota route this time around. Maybe get myself a small little truck like a Toyota Tacoma, or maybe another nice little hatchback like a Toyota. I'm in the fence between Subaru or Toyota at this point. If I'm going to get another car, maybe a Corolla, one of the newer Corollas, or, you know, maybe a little SUV. I mean, I already have the 4Runner, so I'm going to probably stick with that one as far as, like, you know, a car that I can just drive around and trash whenever I want to, because the thing is going to last forever, hopefully, as long as we get the items fixed. But again, guys, you know, this is a nice little car. You know, I might decide to keep it for the next couple years. We'll see. If I decide to trade it in, I'll definitely document it for you guys. But again, this was just a quick update on the 2019 Hyundai Veloster. It's been good to me. It's got 20,000 miles. I'm sure by the end of next year, I will have about 30,000 miles on it. So we'll keep it going, and, you know, any update videos that I get, I'll definitely share with you guys. You know, it's a nice little car for what it is. I don't use all the features in it that I should be using though, but it is for someone that, you know, just really wants a nice little reliable car that will get them from point A to point B. Has a little bit of style, everything. I mean, this one's got 18-inch rims. It's got kind of like a body style package that looks a little more sportier than the base Hyundai Velosters. And again, you guys, if you're a fan of these cars, you know, again, this is the second gen. They haven't been out, well, it hasn't been out too long, obviously. I think the original Hyundai Veloster came out like in the 2010 era out there, and even the first gens still look pretty nice to this day. So, and again, they're not hard to work on. They don't mess up that often. So again, guys, this is Mike from B-Tech Reviews, just giving you a quick update. Don't forget to smash that like button to help me with that YouTube algorithm, and subscribe if you guys like my videos. As always, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks again for watching.